He's late.
Yeah, well, that means he's had to go out to an urgent call.
Don't you give me that, that's what he'd like you to think. As like as not, he's sitting in there with his feet up reading the paper. I'm not sitting here much longer like this, I can tell you.
Now, what are you going to do?
Give him another 2 minutes and bang on that door.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
Who wouldn't dare? I tackle bigger fellas than that basin full of Scotch broth in there, I can tell you. I'm taking them down a peg or two.
Oh, some folks have no patience.
We could report him for this, you know.
Well, go on then, who's stopping you?
Well, let's see what he's got to say first. Blooming seats, they give you corns.
Well, you can say what you like, but he's a very fair fella. And he knows his job, too.
What makes you say that, Matt, I ask?
Well, he's always treated me right.
How many times have you been to see him?
As often as I thought necessary.
And how often does he examine you? Go on, tell me that if you can.
I reckon that's a private matter between him and me.
Yes, all right. Well, you go on. I'll tell you. I can guess. Not once, I'll bet. That blooming stethoscope in there of his has got roots on it by now, I'll bet. National health doctors, all they're fit for is sitting on the backsides and writing on bits of paper. I wouldn't pay them in washers.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't you? Who was I talking to yesterday? Oh, Bob Tasker's girl. She'd been to see her doctor. Only but put her nose inside the door. What's your name? What's your address? He barks at her. Well, she gives him that. And within 4 seconds, she's outside on the pavement with 4 pieces of paper in her hand. Bottle for the, a note for the bottle, one for the doctor, one for the sick, and one for maternity hospital.
Why, was she having a baby?
Of course she was, but how that fella found out is a mystery of all time. By gum, they're right, lot. I can remember that time I had that trouble with me back. Brrr, these fellas with their cold hands.
Right you are, Mrs. McAtride, thank you.
See what I mean?
Ah, Mrs. Sharples, I heard you were here.
Oh, it's just as well to raise your voice once in a while. Well, I'm first.
Yes, well, that's what you call a merciful release.
Say that again with knobs on.
Hey, you don't take her serious, do you?
You can't do anything else when she's bellowing 2 inches from your ear hole. I wasn't feeling too bad about this baby when I come in here this morning. And I'm fed up with the old business.
I'm off colour.
Oh, yes. And which particular colour are you off today?
Oh, it's my bronchitis that's plaguing me. Phlegm stuck in my chest here. I can't shift it for love nor money. I'll have a bottle of that there Chlorodyne stuff if you don't mind.
Help yourself, Mrs. Sharples.
What's that for?
Well, you've given me the diagnosis and treatment. I thought you might like to write out the prescription yourself.
Now, don't be like that. I'm only trying to be helpful and save your valuable time, if you don't doubt it.
That's very considerate of you, but I think if you don't mind, we'll spend some of that valuable time examining your chest, shall we?
No, I'm not dressed for no examination, Doctor.
Oh, that doesn't make any difference to me, Mrs. Sharple. I find it much more helpful if the patient gets undressed. Now, come along.
No, we'll leave that till last time. Just to give me a bottle and let me go.
All right. You won't get away with this so easily again.
Have you put that extra Chlorodyne in? Last bottle looked and tasted like brown water.
I know, it's just the usual bottle. But I've put in something for your prolapse glossus.
Hey, what?
Prolapse glossus.
What's that when it's there?
Oh, it's something we doctors are always running up against. Rightly translated, it means slip tongue. Good morning, Mrs. Sharple.
How did you get on at the doctor's, Ina?
Well, if you'd come with me like I asked you to this morning, you'd know by now, wouldn't you?
Well, I couldn't come this morning. You know I couldn't.
Why not? Every time I ask you to go somewhere, you're always busy. What were you doing this morning that was so important anyway?
Well, I had to go for me coppers.
You could have gone for your coppers any time. Don't make daft excuses.
It's not an excuse, Ina. I only do one thing one day. If I did everything on the same day, I'd have enough to do for the rest of the week.
Anyway, there's no point in going to doctors if you're feeling all right.
Your flesh is feeling all right.
I do, Ina.
What about that blackout you had last Thursday?
Oh, that one nothing.
We made no fuss about it at the time. You did everything but shout for the fire brigade.
You know, I ought to go to the doctors, really. Trouble is, I've been feeling too poorly to go just lately.
Trouble is, since you put it up for a bob, you've been too mean to go.
No, you know, that's not right. We always go when we have to, don't
Of course we do. Old Dr. Tinsley used to say I were his best customer.
I'm talking about old Dr. Tinsley. I'm talking about the chap that's there now. And you don't need to wait until you're dying to go. You want to come along for the laughs. So what there is to laugh about with Dr. Graham, I don't quite see. He's a hard-faced and that.
Do you think so, Ina? I think he's got rather a nice face.
Might take a pair of glasses and have a good look next time.
Well, who were there this morning, Ina?
Oh, Elsie Tanner's girl, Linda, for one.
Oh, I wonder what she'll have.
Oh, but as long as it's human, I don't suppose it'll matter. Oh, whether it'll look the part coming from that family, I have my doubts.
Well, I say. Concepta's looking a bit washed out tonight, isn't she?
Not surprised, are you? Courting takes it out of you, you know.
Do you think it'll come off all right?
I do not. Never in a month of Sundays.
Why, haven't not, Ina?
Well, are you, it'll come to his senses long before she's got him chained down.
Well, I'm surprised he ever lost his senses over a girl like that.
Oh, I think Concepta's a very nice girl.
Well, if you think that, Minnie Caldwell, you're no judge of character.
I'm as good a judge as you are, Martha Longhurst. And what's more, I hope they do get wed.
Well, but out in your pocket if they do, will it?
No, I know. But I like to see young folk get wed when they're in love with each other. It warms your heart.
Does it now? Well, personally, I'd rather have a good hot water bottle to do that for me. Anyhow, it's one way of getting a cheap housekeeper.
Oh, what do you mean, Ena?
Oh, use your brains. Why pay £3.10 a week when you can get the same for 7 and 6 flat and everything thrown in?
Oh, Ena.
Oh, she's quite right there. I wouldn't put it past Harry Hewitt to do a thing like that. After all, he has got little Lucille to think about, hasn't he?
Poor Charles pushed around from pillar to post. She doesn't know where her next meal's coming from. Though whether she'll fare any better with a stepmother, I doubt. Anyway, it'll not come to anything, you mark my words. Them sort of marriages are doomed from the start. Cat and dog affairs, that's all they are.
Well, my cousin Emily's youngest girl married a widower with a little lad, and they're as happy as the day's long.
How do you know?
I heard.
No, that's your trouble, Minnie Caldwell. You're ready to believe out you're told.
Oh, no, I don't, Martha. I'm not as green as I'm cabbage-looking, you know.
Let's not go too deeply into that. We might come to some rather embarrassing conclusions. Drink up.